So you've decided to move to Houston, Texas, and you are asking yourself, could the Woodlands be the place for me? Well, today we are going to go over all the pros and cons of the Woodlands, Texas, so stay tuned. If this is your first time on our channel, my name is Lauren and I am a real estate agent right here in Houston, Texas. We get calls every day from people just like you looking to move to the area. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, make sure you hit that bell, hit that subscribe button so you can get videos every time they come out. Now today we are going to be talking about all the pros and cons of living in the Woodlands, so let's get started. So you might already know that the Woodlands was voted the #1 place to live according to Niche in the United States. So our first big pro for today is going to be accessibility. What does that mean to me whenever I'm saying that? It means that the Woodlands is located north of Houston on I-45, and it has really easy access to the highway that can get you to most of the big companies around here. Houston has a ton of fantastic business opportunities, so the great thing is that a lot of people aren't having to drive as far. They are able to kind of work, play, and live right in their backyard. So you've got all kinds of businesses opening up in Conroe, the Woodlands, Spring, and then all the way down to Houston, and you have a lot of great opportunities there with all of that, because you also have all kinds of big medical centers that are opening up in North Houston, as well as a ton of fantastic retail opportunities. So you've got a lot of shopping. You have the Woodlands Mall, but you also have Market Street, which covers a lot of those fantastic big name brands, including, Michael Kors, Tiffany's, all sorts of things depending on what you like. And it just really allows you to kind of do anything you'd like right in your backyard. So accessibility is definitely a big one. That also includes entertainment. So in terms of entertainment, you have big concert venues, as well as a ton of fantastic restaurants that put on live music and really incorporate everything that you want in your hometown. Our next big pro for the Woodlands is going to be education. The Woodlands is part of the Conroe ISD school district, and the Woodlands schools in particular are fantastic. You have right in there, you've got College Park and the Woodlands High School, both of which are fantastic, and they are kind of in the township. I'm going to show you a map, but until then, you also have all these elementary schools scattered all over the place, which allows for really easy and quick access no matter what neighborhood you pick, which is always great whenever you are looking at schools. So education is definitely a big pro, a big win for living in the Woodlands. So our next big pro for the Woodlands is going to be outdoor living. What I mean by that is that the Woodlands has over 220 miles of walking and biking trails available that connect all the different areas in the Woodlands by pathway. They also have over 150 parks, many of which have really awesome amenities like tennis courts, basketball courts, splash pads, and everything in between. So no matter what kind of park you're looking for, even if it's one for your four-legged friends, the Woodlands definitely has it, which definitely puts it on a high pro for that area. So obviously you want to live somewhere that is beautiful and that you can really enjoy, and the Woodlands did a really great job with this as well. They did a great job building everything into nature. So you have all the big pine trees, all of the retail and shopping, even gas stations are all hidden behind beautiful trees. So it really feels like you're in the woods, even if you are right in the middle of a community, which definitely sets the Woodlands apart. One of the cons about this is that it can sometimes be really hard to find what you're looking for. So, you've got to definitely have that Google Maps pulled up because, it's real easy to get lost and miss the little bitty wooden signs that have the names of the various shops on there, and you certainly cannot see it from the road. But it is absolutely beautiful, and they do a really good job of keeping it very, very clean. So that definitely is a big pro. Our last pro for the Woodlands is going to be safety. The Woodlands has a really low crime rate, and it is a very, very safe area to live, which is important for any family. So if you are looking at the Woodlands, those are all great things that you can capitalize on whenever you are searching for a new home. So another big pro about the Woodlands is going to be their zoning laws. They are very, very strict about what moves into the community, which as a homeowner is really fantastic because it really has kept property values really high. So, you don't ever have to worry about a bar or something that maybe you don't want right behind your house being built, because they will not let that happen. So that's certainly something to consider. But if you are a business owner and looking to open up something in the Woodlands, that could be considered a con, because you're probably going to have to jump through a lot of hoops to get that pass if you want to be within the Woodlands Township zoning rules. Well, like any neighborhood, the Woodlands is not short on cons. Although there are not very many, there are certainly a few. One of them being that, like I said, the Woodlands was founded back in 1974, and with the amount of growth that they have seen, you have a lot of homes that are outdated. You add a pretty big price tag to that because there is so much demand in that area. It can sometimes feel like a battle to find exactly the house you're looking for at the right price range. If you are wanting to get something maybe at a lower cost, it's going to be pretty tough. And the ones that are probably going to need some work because it's probably going to be an older home. There are not a ton of new builds because the Woodlands is a very, very specific area, but there are still some left, which is definitely something that's, good. But a lot of the old houses are beautiful with big open floor plans. They just need a little bit of TLC. So that's certainly something to keep in mind. Our last con for today is going to be land. If you are looking for a property with extra space, it is going to be a little bit harder to find, and if you do find it, it's probably going to be pretty pricey. The Woodlands is a very highly sought after area with a very, very high demand, which means that most of the area has been built out, which is why there are not a whole lot of new builds, but it also means that the land out there is very valuable, and anybody that's on a bigger lot or a double or a triple lot, you are going to pay for that. If you are looking for space, it's not going to be easy to find. These houses are relatively close together, but with the woods, it certainly still kind of makes it feel pretty homey. So, if you are looking for land, you might want to kind of look outside of the Woodlands, but either way, if you're looking for that community feel, it is a fantastic place to be. All right, guys, well, that is it for today. Make sure that if you have any questions that you reach out to me. We absolutely love helping people find their dream home, but until next time, this is Lauren. Take care.